Legislation is on its way to the governor's desk that has some at the state capitol wondering what took so long. Known as the Crown Act, the bill prohibits discrimination based on someone's hair. And as Corey Bork reports, there is a business in Brooklyn Park that is helping customers move forward.
So yeah, we are right here in the corner on Brooklyn Boulevard.
Here at Graceful Hair Design,
We are here to satisfy everybody.
owner Grace Batu braids hair of all types.
I get a lot of customers. African customers, boys, girls.
And hair braiding is hard work.
The typical hair braids will be like 3-4 hours, 5 hours with me, yeah.
A long time for sure, but she enjoys making her customers happy.
I feel good. If I do your hair, the first question I ask you, do you like it? If you say yes, then I feel like I have completed my work.
This is the style that she's doing on my hair.
Brianna Reed has gone to Grace for the past 8 years.
Yeah, I bring everybody to her. All my friends, family, coworker, they always come to her.
But for Reed, hair can be a sensitive topic.
Yes, I've been discriminated because of my natural hair.
She says it's an issue that has come up in the workplace.
I had people look at me weird because of my natural hair. That's why I was trying to keep my hair dead, so people won't judge me or discriminate me because of my natural hair.
Legislation at the state capitol aims to prevent that. The Minnesota Human Rights Act prohibits discrimination based on race, but there wasn't anything on the books related to hair.
I have a lot of clients that do that. They go on the internet, just bring their style, because they know Grace can do it.
Grace Batu says a point of pride for her to make everyone feel welcome.
Everybody have the right to do whatever you want with your hair.
Reed, meanwhile, is looking forward to her new style.
Yeah, she makes it look just like the photo.
In Brooklyn Park, Corey Bork, CCX News.
Minnesota lawmakers are also moving to pass a bill making June 19th, known as Juneteenth, a state holiday commemorating the emancipation of enslaved Black Americans. Representative Cedric Frazier has a bill that's making its way through the Minnesota House. It would restore the right to vote to convicted felons who have served their time.
Not allowing the right to vote to those we have deemed safe to reenter the community does not further a criminal justice purpose. Restoring voting rights to those convicted of a felony crime but no longer incarcerated is one of the ways to help facilitate reintegration into the community.
The bill has been bouncing around the legislature for a few years, but Frazier feels confident it could pass this session. It goes before the House Ways and Means Committee on Monday. Currently, voting rights are not restored if someone is still on parole or still completing the terms of their probation. Hennepin Technical College's interim president will be taking over the permanent role. The Minnesota State System has named Joy Bodine president of Hennepin Technical College, which has campuses in Brooklyn Park and Eden Prairie. Bodine has been serving as interim president since June when the former president resigned amid harassment allegations. Bodine is a familiar face at Hennepin Tech. She has served in a variety of roles at the college from 1992 until 2017. For high school students, excelling in both the arts and athletics is no easy task. But today's standout student from Champlin Park High School has done just that, and his efforts have earned him some important recognition.
As the old saying goes, practice makes perfect. And this group of orchestra students at Champlin Park are learning a complex piece by Beethoven. It's one of 2 selections they'll be performing at the upcoming Northwest Suburban Conference Music Festival.
There's a lot of different dynamics and the way how he kind of makes the hair in the back of your neck stand up.
Senior Cody Cramer plays the cello. It's an instrument he's played since the 6th grade. His orchestra teacher, Levi Comstock, calls him a leader among his peers.
His just very steady and kind of calm, patient approach to life and music really carries over and makes the whole group better.
That's no surprise considering that Cramer is used to helping the people around him thrive.
Big hole up the gut.
When he's not rehearsing Beethoven,
Yeah, and you can see number 55, Cody Cramer, out there pulling, clearing a nice path.
you can find him on the football field, blocking defenders and helping his teammates on the offense play to the best of their ability.
It's kind of a weird thing because if you look at me, I'm only 5'7" and I'm extremely undersized. The coaches, I don't know what they saw, but they saw something in me that they said I was fast, I was smart.
1, 2, 3.
Most importantly, he's dependable. both on the field of play and in the classroom.
It's kind of a big key to what makes him such a standout student.
Cramer's efforts earned him Champlin Park's AAA award, which goes to a student who excels in academics, arts, and athletics.
Follows his blockers and scores a touchdown!
A deserving honor for a student who ultimately wants a career in sports medicine where he can help others.
I love football, I love sports, so like if I could like be like a physical therapist, you could still help people.
At Champlin Park, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
The Maple Grove Arts Center has a new exhibit on display. The Textile Art Show is back after a 3-year break. Quilts, clothing, and even fabric sculptures are on display in this unique gallery. Contributors to the show say fabrics are fun, but they're also challenging to work with.
It's definitely different than working with paints or, any other medium. It's a lot less forgiving, I think, You can't really hide your mistakes as well.
This gallery is free of charge and it's over in the Arbor Lakes area in Maple Grove. The exhibit runs through February 24th. And finally, Friday was a big day for students at Maple Grove Senior High. This video, courtesy Principal Bart Becker, is the drumline performing at the school's Pepfest. You can tell the students are all dressed and seated by color, and they are excited to cheer for the Crimson. The school's state championship football banner was also unfurled at the Pepfest.
Maple Grove's boys hockey team has been a top 10 team all season. The Crimson skated for their 14th win of the season Thursday night against an old rival.
Osseo and Maple Grove boys hockey meeting for the 55th time in their all-time series dating back to the 1996-97 season. Maple Grove's Grant Liddell passes to Finn Brink, Jack Kernan, and then back to Brink for the shot and goal. It's 1-0, 1:18 into the game. 17 seconds later, a clean face-off win for Ty Patefield, back to Jacob Sinclair who scores. Another look at that one. It's the 5th goal of the season for Sinclair. 38 seconds later, the Crimson strike again. The puck comes to Joey Imgren in the slot, and the junior shoots and scores. 3 goals for Maple Grove in 55 seconds. They lead 3-0. That's the score after 1. Second period, Lucas Bush feeds the pass to Kernan, who finds Brink. He scores on the short side for his 2nd goal of the night and 19th of the season. The power play goal makes it 4-0. Beck Picanato passes to Leno, and he gives the pass to Jay Ellingson, who shoots and scores. Maple Grove leads 6-0 after 2. The 4th-ranked Crimson tack on 2 more goals in the 3rd. Picanato gets one here. Maple Grove wins 8-0. The Crimson's 22nd straight win over Osseo.
The regular season wraps up next weekend in girls hockey. Armstrong-Cooper was looking to break a losing streak as they faced off with Anoka Thursday. Jay Wilcox has the highlights.
The final home game and senior night for the Armstrong-Cooper girls hockey team as they host Anoka. It's 1-0 Anoka in the 2nd when Lydia College goes to the net and is stopped. Ruby Minogue follows up to score as Armstrong-Cooper ties it up 1-1. Claire Riestenberg sends it to Kara Cook. The rebound pops up in the air and Riestenberg whacks it in out of midair to make it 2-1. Riestenberg adds another a few minutes later. It's 3-1 Wings after 2. But Anoka battles back. Just under 4 minutes left in the 3rd, and Ella Henna sends it to Kendall Rickley, and she chips it over Emma Call and in. The Tornadoes tie at 3-3, and we go to overtime. In OT, Minogue fires from the circle, then tracks down her own rebound to tuck away the game winner. Armstrong-Cooper takes a thriller 4-3. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The Maple Grove boys basketball team is having a great season. Jay Wilcox has more on the Crimson.
They've been under the radar, but that is changing. The Maple Grove boys basketball team enters the weekend with a 13-2 record, and they are number 3 in the state Class 4A rankings, behind rival Park Center and Lakeville North.
It's fun to see, and at the beginning of the season we were ranked pretty low, and we didn't care about rankings back then, and we're not really into rankings right now, so we take it one game at a time and not really get caught up in any of that.
It isn't a team with 1 or 2 big stars, but a balanced attack is working well for the Crimson. 5 players average between 8.5 and 12.5 points.
That is very fun. We can have multiple players put up multiple points and do other things on the court, so we're not relying on one player, and it's just a fun thing to have on the team.
I think it's almost the most fun when you have multiple players that can get it done, and that's when teams are most successful, when there's 4 or 5 players that are averaging double figures, and this guy can go for 20 or this guy can go for 20. And
Maple Grove hasn't peaked yet. They're still getting better as we near the end of January.
So much better. In November, we were starting out slow, but now we're picking up the pace, we're understanding the plays, and we're just executing them.
You know, that's a big thing that we talk about in our locker room, is improving daily and not plateauing and not being satisfied. I've seen gains from this team. I don't think we're at where we're going to be in March. I think we still have a lot of room to grow and get better.
The 2 losses for the Crimson were close defeats against Class 3A's #1 team, Totino Grace, and longtime power Hopkins, ranked 8th in 4A. They've surprised some with a great start, but internally the Maple Grove guys are confident they can keep it up. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.